Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Jabba in the Hut. I am Stephen, and I will be hosting this episode. And basically, it's just a wee chat about Celtic, everything that's going on, and anything obviously you want to talk about and get off your chest. This is just my opinions, it's nothing else, it's just me having an opinion of what's been going on and things that I'm not really that happy about. Obviously, I'll come on here and I'll have a chat about things that obviously are going well, and that'll be it, really. You know what I mean? If you want to listen, then great, keep tuning in. If not, then stroll on, go and watch a TV show or a movie or watch the World Cup. But right now, let's just have a wee chat, eh? The things that have been going on recently at Celtic. Still, the only players that we've really signed are players from last year's campaign. And with the news of Oxlade-Chamberlain being signed up for another 1 year contract, yeah, it's good. I think you can't. For me, I think it's a good thing, because at the end of the day, he's an experienced player. Maybe he just needs a pre-season under his belt and he'll be even better. Obviously, the age of 32, it's a little bit old, and the thinking of, can he do more after it? For me, obviously, it's just to basically reward him, I would think. But here's hoping that next season he'll be even better, even more fitter, and he can probably, help come in when players are feeling a little bit tired. And, we do have a lot of games to play in a season. I think it's a good thing. To be honest, I hated the time of it. I think it just took too long. I think it should have been. Said very, very quickly, and then we could move on to other business. But at the end of the day, it's happened. It's good, and I'll take it. Other things as well, obviously, in the transfer front, is I believe we are moving very, 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 very slowly. And we only have so many days to go until obviously the Champions League qualifiers. This is an important time for Celtic fans, because obviously we want our team to be getting into the Champions League again. After the failed attempt last season from Kairat Almaty putting us out, which was very, very disappointing. I think we need to move forward on that front, and I think we need to try and bring that back to Celtic fans, to get into these European competitions, because to me that's what I feel like Celtic should have been doing all the time, because obviously, like I've said before in many videos, I believe that Europe is the way to make more money than what you want to be making right now with the domestic league. Celtic have kind of took that valuation and said that if anybody wants to come in and buy a player at Celtic, then obviously they have to be paying the money that Celtic want, which is, if you're talking about your Engels, if you're talking about your Maedas, if you're talking about, say your Alistair Johnston's, basically, just anybody that's really been in the World Cup scene, you need to be basically saying to yourself, well, you're not going to get these players unless you pay over the 20 million mark or the 30 mark. That's just the way it needs to be for me. Even your Negrins as well. If you're going to come and buy Negrin, you need to pay over the 30 mark, I think, because he's a good goal scorer. Okay, he's not really done much for the Sweden team, but at the same time, he was very, very impressive in the domestic league, and I think playing with another team, I think he'll be even more better. Negrin for me, great player, but would I like to see him go? I don't know. I'm not really that bored. If he's still in the team next season, then okay, because that was our main idealistic of goals last year. Or last season, that was our main goal scorer, and he did score some good goals. I mean, let's be honest here. People say that he kind of, he was like a man down, but at the end of the day, he still scored goals. He still got us he still got us into games and basically started that, forward thinking. That's just the way I see it. So yeah, we're going on to the transfer window here. We're moving very slowly. We're in the region of talking to Camilo Duran from Karabag. Now, Camilo Duran looks like an exciting player to me. I would really, really like him at Celtic. Now, the valuation is 3 million. Now, Camilo Duran's agent was in on Saturday talking to Celtic representatives. Now, now we're hearing news today that Celtic have agreed terms with the player, and now we are trying to finalise the money that Karabag want for the player. Now, this is astounding to me, because at the end of the day, if you are interested in a player, you make the bid first to the team that he belongs to. You do not go and meet his agent and his representatives first before you make the bid to the club. Now, I don't know if just the social media has went completely stupid or bollocks this up in some manner of way, but they seem to be getting news filtered that is complete the wrong way around to me. And I don't think it's a good way of doing business. In fact, I think it's borderline fucking dodgy. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know who's trying to make money out of this. Is it the Celtic board? Or is it that Camilo Duran's representatives? I don't understand what is going on here. Then we've obviously got a free transfer, and that Laurenstein player, apparently he's a free agent now. He's got some good figures. He's about 6'4" or something like that. For me, I thought he was a defender the way he was looking, but no, apparently he's an attacker. So yeah, do I think Celtic will? For me, do I think Celtic will go and get this Camilo Duran? I think it's taking far too long. I think if a club wants 3 million, you go out there and pay it. Because at the end of the day, this boy could make you millions. The boy scored 3 goals in the Champions League, for God's sake. If anything, all you need to do is just put him up front. And with what we can deliver, I'm sure he would do okay. But for me, I've got fear. And it's not completely a big fear, because see, if we did have these people back, then it wouldn't really... I'd be quite excited by it, because I thought these players got us over the line last season. And that would be Iniacho, of course, and Sriracha. If we could get them back, then that'll be great as well. But this Camilo Duran deal, to me, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down. I think he's an exciting player, and I think Celtic should really, really be going out to get him. But why are we taking so much time with this? I understand that the boy needs to come over here. He needs to travel from Azerbaijan to come over here to basically, be here. So we need to obviously make sure he's comfortable. He's got a nice house and all that kind of thing. He's got digs. He's getting to and from work okay. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. It's... For me, I understand the logistics of it. You know what I mean? Like that, you need to make sure that boy's coming over to be comfortable, because you don't want to bring a boy over and just say, right, that's you, go and find your own digs, go and find this, go and find that. I understand that there's other cogs to be basically met here, but at the end of the day, if you're going to announce doing the deal that way, it just shows that you've not learned anything from fucking last season. You're still doing the same idiotic things. You're still doing the same methods of business that, to me, make us look terrible at business. And we're not. Because we've got players sitting there that are getting ready to get sold on. But, will this board just basically chomp the hand off the first bid it gets? For Engels? For Dyson? For Alistair Johnston? For Rio Hatate? You know what I mean? There's 4 players there that at least we can sell on for good amounts of money. Nygren as well. I keep forgetting about Nygren. Why do I keep forgetting about Nygren? I don't understand why. I think it's because he's no Henrik Larsson. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm straight for the point. So yeah, to me, that's our transfers right now. Obviously, we're looking at defensive midfielders. We're looking at all sorts of areas in the park, and I'm pretty sure Martin O'Neill is at the helm of that, making sure that we get some players in that he wants. But for me, I think we're only going to get half the players that we want in, and then we're going to wait until January, and then we're going to scupper January again as well. To me, I think Celtic are just moving far too slowly because, again, other teams are buying players and they are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. This, to me, just feels like it's a massive, massive devolution of Celtic's squad. And if we're only going to sign a couple of players, I'm sorry, but that is not good enough. You know that we need at least 5 or 6 positions strengthened in that side. We need a goalkeeper. We need a centre-back, we need a defensive midfielder, and we need an attacking midfielder. We need wingers. We need a striker. We need so much strength and depth. We need Sriracha back. That's what we need. And are we going to get him? I don't know. I would really, really like to see Sriracha back at the club. He was absolutely fantastic in a couple of games, and in the 6 games running up to the season. Really, really important. And even if he doesn't play every game, I'm pretty sure he'd just be happy putting the hoops on and just going out there and playing for Martin O'Neill for just 1 year, maybe 2 if he stays on. You know, the thing that I really hate about Celtic the most, and this is my last point, is the communication between us and them. Instead, all they keep doing is they keep bringing out like new Celtic View player app thingies so you can watch the games whilst they make more money. They make a statement saying that they've sold all their season tickets, which means that they have more money. Then they bring out third kits, which to me is, looks like a big tea bag. And it just makes me think like, geez your money. Then they bring out the friendly games. And they're bringing out the friendly games with absolutely no new members in that squad. Why were we not doing this about 3 months ago? Why were we not getting a short list of players and going talking to players in that point? Why were we not doing that? Why were we not scoping them out? Seeing how much they would like? Was it because Michael Nicholson was too busy getting shouted at and getting wee envelopes passed to him when he was in the fucking crowd? I don't know what was in the envelopes. Something to me screams dodgy about Celtic and the way they're doing business right now. It is, to me, it's just not fast enough. And that's my point in view. On a final note, I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody's good. This is kind of the first time I've been in the hut for about a week and a half, I think. I've not been too well. I have a wee bit of a chest infection. But don't worry, everybody, it will go away and I will be fine. But, hey, shit happens, doesn't it? And that's it. You just, your immune system just basically sweats it out and it'll be fine. So I just thought I'd come on here and voice my frustrations, as I'm sure every other Celtic fan out there has got their frustrations as well. But I just want to let you know that hopefully there is a sunnier side to this and that we get players in this week that we desperately need and that they can make a difference in the friendly games coming and also the start of the season and also the Champions League qualification rounds. I'll see you later. Remember, doing something means absolutely everything, and just be good to yourselves and just remember, this is the start of the week. Only 4 days to Friday. I'll see you later. Okay? And have a outstanding week. Love yous. See you later. Go away.